the hook. The man gets eaten anyway and saves, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I think for KC's side, it's really about winning this early game. It's about snowballing through this Sinsal, through this Aurora.
Towards this top side, bot side going in favor of Vitality, and they're using it to invade. Vladdy trying to come across here. Shaik does have the ignite from that spell thief. Smite going down, it's Linces that secures it, then he dashes in with the Arctic Assault. The play back onto him means he has to flash. Wind becomes lightning and Linces becomes dead. The follow-up onto Kazi as well with a Q3, it's 2 already! 2 KC and they're looking for more. Tongue latch from Flesh. Targamas wasn't going to go for the hook, there we go.
Ike is here.
They put the lantern behind and Fleshy's the one who's caught out. Does have the flash, has thick skin as well, doesn't use either. Fleshy falls for the 3rd kill in the game. Shaik looking for a bubble, only hits onto a minion. Linces on the Drake, has that permafrost propped on it. Should be able to get the smite. KC disengage. Good job from Vitality.
Because they know they're just taking so much poke from Vitality.
The curtain's open. Kalist takes 1 bullet. And the next one goes into Yike, who's stunned up. Crescent Guard coming out. He takes a quick nap in the river and takes the lantern out of it. Manages to escape. Kalist, the new target, though, as Fleshy tries to get on top of him. Kalist sitting on purple-blue. Gravitum Infernum. The hook landing from Targamas. Glacial Prison's going to follow him up. There's the deadly flourish, and pop goes the Thresh. Taken out by Shaik and Vitality. Shaik flashing away. Linces doing the same. The Infernum with the Moonlight Vigil, not enough from Kalist to get through Vitality. Deadly Flourish dodged away. Yeah, okay.
He's gone.
Okay, Deadly Flourish coming out as well. He's not going to die. Paddlestar out. Shaik dodging away from the death sentence and is devoured by Fleshy to make sure he survives the between two worlds from Vladdy. Kana trying to come in from the side as well. Yike going forward. Ripcard has been summoned by KC. They'll use it to charge into this mid-tier 1. Keeping Kalist topped up as well. That Severum helping out a ton as Shaik tries to put the damage across the wall. Fleshy looking for an Abyssal Voyage. Ripcard used to charge away, but Yike is dismounted, dashes back in, exhausted immediately. Fleshy with the thick skin, not enough. And Kalist will begin to open up. There's the Mikhails from Targamas to keep Kalist safe. A good hook landing onto Linces. Nako now joining the party. The KC will settle for 1 and then walk towards the Drake.
The patience we saw in game 1 from Vitality just isn't here in game 4. They're trying to overforce in the plays at mid, especially Fleshy, and ends up costing Nakana and trying to chase down Nako, but supporting the wings.
Linces needs to be a little cautious here because an all-out would pull him across the wall. Kana, though, going to go for Nako instead, then dash forward, takes the lantern out. Permafrost will hit the stun. They get the Drake, they get their
Just a chunk. Just a little bit of damage. They want to try to get the kills, and that's ultimately what ends up punishing them.
Onto Targamas, but it's not going to be able to follow up with anything else. The rest of his team still in mid lane.
And it does,
Kazi and Nako over there.
It does feel like this game's on knife's edge, but Vitality are not really able to contest how you'd want them to with a comp like this. You'd really want them to be fighting and contesting.
As the rest of KC barrel down mid.
And KC looking for mid push. Now they're going to start to collapse. Kana still half HP, does have the all-out, can try and separate Linces from the fight. The death sentence dodged, Yike dumping in, Crescent Guard out, Linces lands the smite. Alicon goes over to Vitality, Linces needs to get the hell out of there. They're all retreating, the curtain's open though. Bubble onto Kalist, but it gets cleansed off immediately. The curtain's not enough, the root lands.
And then Shaik to be able to fling damage over the wall.
Nako, it's a death sentence, a lantern to follow it. They're going to give it over to Kalist, who happily accepts the gold, and perhaps the mid lane tower alongside it. Fleshy looking for this. Linces coming in, has that Glacial Prison. Kalist still has the cleanse, death sentence wide. Kazi with the deadly flourish. Yike, Mikhails immediately. Cleanse stolen away by Shaik. Now Kana is on top of the Zoe. He slept. KC turn off towards Fleshy. The first target all on his lonesome. Cleanse from Kazi. Moonlight Vigil coming out as well. The Gravitum, he can get the root. Yike's going to go for the chase, but flashes and misses. The wind becomes lightning, still dashes forward with an audacious charge. Kazi trying to run for the hills. The 4th shot movement speed won't be enough to save him. He trades though for the enemy jungler, and that's Baron off the menu. The shot down for Kazi. Linces trying to run, trying to escape. A good shot blast from Nako. Death sentence wide. KC still on the advance. Linces trying to get away, trying to use his top lane as some sort of support, and he might even escape. Kana's still chasing the blast go, and Toe frozen up. The flash from Kana into...
They weren't able to get anything on the mid waves. That's really their point of contact, is trying to get some poke that'll actually stick on these mid waves in this open space. That makes it really difficult for the KC lineup, but when they're not able to get that, KC get everything.
Connect. Vladdy's going to be able to take a tower down towards this bottom side. Yike was here shadowing him to make sure that if Nako had stayed around, Naknako would be donezo. Naknako steps into the bush afterwards, has to burn the flash. Yike there for the follow-up. Naknako down, Casey get another.
A phenomenal pick by Casey.
Into some darkness. They have a couple of wards just outside of the pit. Vladdy gonna chunk out Linces a little bit, who's trying to get in here. The hook doesn't connect. Linces flashes into the pit, and immediately Casey turn, but Linces burns down the Baron. The hook lands. Flashy with a cleanse away. Kazi running for the hills. They just need to get these Barons out alive. Kazi and Chayak will survive with them, but now Yike still chasing forward. These sorts of fights paid off for them.
But they had the tools, they had the major cooldowns, but now
Linces hooked immediately. He's going to be devoured by flashes. They try and get him out. Knocked back by the Intopos, perfectly timed by Kana. And there's two more to add into that death note. Make it a third as Kazi falls. Shayak left standing, but for how much longer? Pops the exhaust onto Vladdy, uses the cleanse, takes the blast cone, dashes away. Vitality are looking for the mid lane tower at least. They land asleep onto Targamas, but the weirding enough to take out Shayak. Naknako now running, but with 30 seconds left on the rest of his team, what base will he be running back to?
And KC will look to run down and get as much as they can here. Still long death timers on the carries of Vitality. And now with the Cloud Soul, Kalista is so damn fast with the Lantern as well. He needs to have no fears.
KC, you want to break open both of these inhibitor towers. Mid lane done. KC now set their sights on the bot.
I think they might be looking for the win. Kana's going to TP back into this. I mean, Shayak's still 20 seconds away. Do you take the 4v5? Do you go back? Do you spend your gold? KC posturing as if they want the win.
Naknako has some good wave clear if he can get that accelerated flash or shock blast onto the backline here.
KC, they can see it in their eyes. 3-1 would be the scoreline. Kana's going to clear out that mid lane wave, but they do back away. Yike low. They decide to spend their money, and the curtains open. Targum is clipped with a bullet. Kana takes the next one. The third one mid for them to find a way back into this game. Naknak is pushing out bot side to try and keep these super minions as far away from the Nexus towers as possible. Shayak looking for any angle that he can land a sleepy trouble bubble from, but they're just not opening up for him. Kalis absolutely melts the tower. Kazi gobbled up by Fletchy. Spat back out towards KC. The redemption down. Kazi will be healed up by it. Naknako TPing in, but this is triple in here now for Karmine Corp.
Vitality are desperately trying to hold on, but their base is in tatters. And KC have their sights set on Madrid, have their sights set on that
at Worlds. KC will take the Baron. Vitality, I mean, are they even going to be able to step in here before it's gone?
They're trying.
Yeah, but Kano on the front line between worlds. The sleep on Vladdy. Almost enough to take him out, but he dodges away. Kalis kills off Kazi. Vladdy almost fell for it, but Vitality get the Baron. Sorry, KC get the Baron. Vitality get nothing. And now KC will march down with a man advances. Shayak being chased away by Kana. I don't think he's going to be able to get back in time. Does have the TP, but Kana continues to hound him and harass him in that blue side jungle. Yep, Shayak is down. A 3v5 the defense for Vitality, but they just don't have the wave clear. KC, they took game one personally. They'll be going to Madrid. We'll see who they face on Monday. Vitality, their season ends here. KC continue to build the blue wall.